Rahim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Assalamu alaikum. This evening, brothers and sisters, we just want to take a little time and want to look at something from 2007 that connects to 2008. As we know, Imam Muhammad passed in September, and his Janaza was September 11, 2008. And we know as a result of his passing, things that happened with our community, many of us were surprised, and it just kind of threw us off, and we're trying to get our balance, figuring what to do, leadership, et cetera, et cetera. So we just want to, a big loss, which we know, but some of us, we know we have to keep going on, and a shocker to many of us. But alhamdulillah, we keep our faith and trust in Allah and know that all the work done by Imam Muhammad wasn't done for when he passed for us to just fall apart. Today, just briefly looking at 2007, something that may have we may get a spiritual message, or what I see as a spiritual connection, connected to 2008, September 11, 2008, with the passing of Imam W.Deen Mohammed. In 2007, a mutual friend of ours, Imam Mahdi Islam Muhammad of Chicago, a loyal supporter and follower of Imam W.Deen Mohammed, a beautiful brother with beautiful family, and one who we established a relationship from the 90s, very close relationship, Brother Mahdi Islam Muhammad, myself. And he is the brother who invited me to be the keynote speaker at Chicago State University, where I spoke for the first time before Imam W.Deen Mohammed. And he invited Imam Muhammad to be the guest, and Imam Muhammad was there. And like I say, he was a loyal supporter of Imam Muhammad, a mutual friend. And in 2007, he passed away. And I'm not aware of Imam Muhammad doing too many janazas in his leadership. You know, it's not like you're inviting someone to a banquet or to do a public address, and like they traveling around to do a janaza. I'm sure he did. I'm aware of two, but he did this brother's janaza, and that's what we're going to focus on from a spiritual point of view. Maybe we can look at something a spiritual connection to what happened in 2007 and the Imam's passing in 2008. Just something that came to me later on. I was at the janaza for the brother and participated in it. And like I said, we had a mutual friendship, a relationship, and even when I was speaking on the similarities with Christianity and Islam, as you can see, Mahdi Islam Muhammad put together a program, invited me there, I think in Indiana, with the Imam Muhammad support, etc. And I'll show a couple of clips where I mention him. But he was a beautiful brother that passed away on September 11th, 2007, exactly a year before Imam Muhammad passed away. And Imam Muhammad actually did his janaza. The both of us, I did it at the gravesite. After seeing this statement in the paper and seeing how Imam Muhammad was encouraging people to read this book in the 90s and appreciated what I had done, Brother Mahdi reached out to me to come to Chicago State and to speak on what's the difference. And Imam Muhammad accepted to be a guest there at that event. Okay, so just want to show a couple of things here, and just look at what happened in 2007 that connects to 2008, as we've been showing with the other years. That hopefully be some benefit, but most certainly we're going to show you something that it was in the Muslim Journal that the Imam said at the brother's Janaza, very profound, and definitely some good wisdom for us and something for us to think about and looking at life and death. I'm just going to show a couple of clips, video clips of me mentioning our brother. Here the picture with me, him, and Sister Aisha, editor of the Muslim Journal. Of course, which I've seen already, he's speaking with Imam Mohammed. Very, very close relationship with the Imam as a dedicated supporter. And like I say, I'm not aware of Imam doing too many janazas, but he did this brother's janaza. And I'm pointing this out from spiritually because it was exactly a year before Imam Muhammad passed. It was the same day of his janaza, September 11, 2007, Imam Muhammad's September 11, 2008.
There's but one God, Allah, the one and only. And I bear witness that Prophet Muhammad is his servant and his messenger, seal of the prophets, messengers, a common mortal human being like ourselves. To Imam W.Deen Mohammed, Muslim American spokesman for human salvation. To Imam Mahdi Islam Muhammad, president of the Islamic Student Association here at Chicago State University, is his servant and his messenger, the seal of the prophets and messengers, a common mortal human being like ourselves. To Imam W.Deen Mohammed, Muslim American spokesman for human salvation. To Imam Mahdi Islam Muhammad, president of the Islamic Student Association here at Chicago State University.
In the teachings of Al-Islam. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you very much. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. With always trusting God and wishing, praying, prayer and the blessings beyond the last messenger, prophet of God, Muhammad. I want to say to you that I was just fixed in that seat there. I couldn't move, but I wanted to leave. But I went through it for about, well, most of my life. I was born under the teachings that you were correcting. But it still fascinates me. I couldn't move. I just stuck there. I was told that, say, some of these people, they expecting you to speak, but I think guest, not guest speaker, you know. So I'm only here as a guest to witness the occasion, and I've gotten a lot from it. I listened very carefully, and you can't help but have mixed emotions when you've experienced that, you know. I really appreciate the courageous work of the author of the book, and I hope you have some of the books available. Yes, the book is a very very worthwhile contribution here.
Reading the Quran, but I'd like to say I'm glad to see my good friend and brother from Chicago, from Atlanta, and Imam Mahdi Islam Muhammad from Chicago. Thank you for coming. Allahu Akbar.
Without further ado, we bring before you Imam El-Amin.
Brother Mahdi.
Further ado, we bring before you Imam El-Amin.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Of Allah's name, the merciful benefactor, the merciful redeemer. To all of you, our friends, our guests, Imam Mahdi Islam Muhammad, the coordinator of the program here.
Now, the brother Mahdi Islam Muhammad, I just showed a couple of clips just to show our relationship. And here is the program. He passed on September 8th, 2007. But his Janaza was, as you can see, Tuesday, September 11th, 2007, right? And like I say, Imam Mohammed, I'm sure he's done janazas, but I'm not aware of many that he did, but he did this brothers. But here, before I go into that, just wanted to show you this here, just making a little connection here, if we can. So now, when this brother passes, I'm here in Newark. His family calls me, beautiful family, and say that he had told them that if anything happens to him, to get in touch with Mustafa El-Amin. I don't know exactly what to do. Now, I didn't know he had told him that. I'm way up here in Newark. So, and they didn't really know what to do, beautiful family. So I told them a couple of contacts, and I think they reached out. They did reach out to the Imam's family, to one of his daughters, and let him know. And so we communicated back and forth in that way. And so I made reservations to come down because they seemed like, it was possible I'd have to do the janaza, and from what he had said. So we kind of talked things out, and it was a possibility that Imam Muhammad would be at the janaza. He had visited him in the hospital, but they wasn't 100% sure. So I made my reservations, and I was to, if the Imam didn't come, was to do the janaza. But I was put down. They didn't put the Imam down on the program because they wasn't sure. And I was put down at least to be one of the pallbearers of my good brother, as you can see my name. Well, alhamdulillah, Imam Muhammad came and he did the janaza. Now, here's the interesting, all of it is interesting, but my point here, when I say the spiritual connection, is Imam Muhammad is at this janaza. He doesn't know that a year from now, neither do I know, I would have cancer or anything else. None of us know when we'll be born or die. That on this September 11, 2008, it would be his janaza. But here he's at a janaza, and he's speaking about life and death at this janaza. And we're going to show, we have the Muslim Journal. I was able to track that down finally from 2007. So not to go on, let me show you the Muslim Journal, which has some of the write-up. I hope this is helpful in some way. But here's the Muslim Journal. This Muslim Journal is dated September 28th, 2007. That's the issue. And it's interesting because Imam Muhammad's, the issue for him is dated, I think, the 26th. But here it says here, this is on the front page, very, very interesting. They have the quote here, life and death are from the same system. Quote from Imam W.Deen Mohammed, comments at Janaza service for Imam Mahdi Islam Muhammad. Sunrise, he was born August 11th, passed 1959. He passed away September 8th, 2007, right? And but Imam Muhammad passed away September 9th, and his Janaza was September 11th, 2008. So now you see this. This is on the front page of the Muslim Journal, right? And this is written by Sister Aisha, the editor of the Muslim Journal. Now, here it carries over unto this page 9, right? Life and death are of the same system. That's Imam Muhammad. Remembering Imam Mahdi Islam Muhammad, right? You see sunset August 8th by Aisha. But as we've shown you, his Janaza was the 11th of September, 2007. Now, and Imam Muhammad does the Janaza. Now here it says Imam W.Deen Mohammed, if you can see this, Imam W.Deen Mohammed, yes, as Imam W.Deen Mohammed gave remarks before leading the Janaza prayer for the Imam, right, for the brother, the husband, who was a brother, a husband, a father, a good friend, yes, to many, Imam Mahdi Islam Muhammad, Imam Muhammad acknowledged the family's grief. Quote Imam Muhammad, "These are always sad occasions," said Imam Muhammad, referring to when we have to lay to rest a loved one. But also know that life and death are of the same system. See, this is what I wanted to read to you all for us as Muslims, believers. This is very insightful and very beautiful to know, because I'm sure we feel these things as well. But let me continue. Imam Muhammad added, pointing to the inevitable cycle that everything goes through, except, of course, Allah himself. This is Imam Muhammad speaking. I was there when he was speaking. Speaking on his own sensitivities, Imam Muhammad told the family that without being overly superstitious, you will still feel your brother's, your father's presence. As he said, he still feels from time to time the presence of his father and mother, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, Sister Clara Muhammad, and that of his son Sadruddin. Perhaps these words gave some comfort to the packed hall at the Cedar Park Funeral Home, where the Janaza was held for Mahdi. The service was entrusted to Brother Ota Ara Ali, funeral director. Imam Mahdi's only son, Mahdi Islam Muhammad Jr., he spoke on behalf of the family. Now, while Imam Muhammad and I was sitting there, this is just a picture that I have here, he asked me, did I speak? And I said, no, I hadn't spoke, but I was, organizing things. So I made some comments as well. And then as you just read, he asked his son, Mahdi's son, to make comments. And then Imam Muhammad made his comments. And then Imam Muhammad, he did the Janaza there. He did the prayer. And then afterwards, he said he wasn't going to the gravesite. He asked me to go to the gravesite and finish things up at the gravesite, which I did. And I always remember that because at the gravesite, I think I recited Ayatul Kursi, and then the last two ayahs, I think, of Surah 59. And I think I forgot some of it, and I asked the audience to help us. So I remember that. Okay, so this is exactly a year, that's my point, before Imam Muhammad passes away. This is September 11, 2007. That's where I'm trying to go with this, and I hope that we get something out of this, is we never know what's going on in our life, what signs, where we're going to be a year from now, a day from now. That's why we say inshallah. So from there, before we went to the gravesite, and before Imam Muhammad left, this is the last conversation, and I'm just using this particular picture here, that Imam Muhammad and I had before he passed away. The last conversation in person with Imam W.Deen Mohammed was that day at a funeral parlor on September 11, 2007. And this is what was said. So after that, the Imam said to me, he said, when are you going to invite me back up to Newark? And I said, I always remember what he said to me when I told him I had cancer. He said, I'm praying for you right now. The second time I told him, I sent word. He said, send words to Mustafa. I'm praying for him right now. So he said, when are you going to invite me back to Newark? I said, I'm doing it right now. And I told him, I said, we even have a bigger place now, bigger masjid. He said, get a big place, a place that holds a lot of people, that holds a whole lot of people. Okay. And I look forward to coming up. So that was part of our conversation that day at that janaza. That was my last physical face-to-face conversation with Imam Muhammad, was a year before he passed away, which was, again, September 11, 2007, and we know he passed away a year later. So now I get back, I leave, I go back, and I send him a letter, and I'll read this letter to you.